Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Tapo Bhikshina Papanam उत्तिष्ठत जाग्रत प्राप्य वरान्निबोधत क्षुरस्य धारा निशिता दुरत्यया दुर्गम पतस्तत्कवयो वदन्ति तपोभि क्षीण पापानां शान्तानां वीतरागिणां मुक्षूणामपेक्षोऽयम् Atmabodho vidhiyate. So this Atmabodha text is meant for those who are healthy, swastha. Health in Sanskrit is called as swastha. In English it is called as at ease. When you are not at ease, it is called dis-ease. Whether we are at ease or dis-ease. Similarly, whether we are swastha or not. So this text is meant for those who are swastha, who are taking the life in the stride as it is presented to them. No complaints, no regrets, no frustration, no arrogance of achievement and the guilt of failures. To such a mind, to such a seeker, this text is addressed. Very simple. Now, the importance of this text is emphasized. First, the student was told. Who is the student? Now the importance. Bodhonya sadhanebhyo hi Sakshat mokshaika sadhanam Pakasya vannivajnanam Vina moksho na siddhyati. Anya sadhanebhyaha mokshasya sadhanam is jnanam or bodhaha. When we want to take food, so many steps are involved. First of all, we have to earn money, then we have to go for shopping, then buy good stuff, then come home, then clean it and prepare the final thing and then put it in the water and then it is kept on the gas. There is one girl, now she is grown up, mother. When she was newly married, this happened in Singapore. So when I happened to go there, she came to know and she said, Swami, you have to come to my house. I don't know how, but you have to come. So I knew her right from childhood. I said, okay, I'll come. I went to their house. Husband and wife. Husband busy in cleaning the house and washing dishes, etc. It is a universal fact. And then she wanted to cook something like upma for me. So she put the phone on. Mom, I want to prepare something for Swamiji. What is the quickest dish? Upma. Okay. Then she told, do this, cover it, and after 15 minutes, check it. So she did after 15 minutes. So, Mummy, nothing has happened. Did you light the gas? You didn't tell me. Earlier things are required, no doubt. But final touch is only when it is with the fire. Exactly. Bodhaha, the experience. Anya sadhanebhyaha. What are the anya sadhana? Anya sadhana is karma. In our Patanjali darshan, anya sadhana is yama, ahimsa, satya, asteya, aparigraha, brahmacharya. Then niyama, see, shaucha, santosha, tapasvadhyaya, ishvara pranidhanani, niyamaha. These are required, but these are not all. See, anya sadhanebhyaha, in comparison to dharma, upasana, we should not hurt others, satyam vada, dharmam, is all required. But that is not the final touch. See, what is the final touch? Bodhaha anya sadhanebhyaha sakshat mokshaika sadhanam. Unless you come to experience your own being. Therefore, if you remember, here we have studied many years before this Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi's text, the Saddarshanam. On the basis of that Saddarshanam, those talks only, we have the book, Knowing is Being. You cannot know without being, and you cannot be without knowing. Problem is where? Problem is not in the body. See, friends, body doesn't go through any experience. We have to be convinced of this. Body doesn't go through any experience. It is the mind which goes through all the experiences. And I am telling you, you are listening, but are you convinced? Like I am convinced from my own experience. Once there was something wrong with my toe, and my friend doctor, he gave local anesthesia, and after about 10-15 minutes, he checked whether there is life there or no problem. Then he said, now you can watch. He cut it open and then removed whatever he has to remove, and bleeding was happening, and he was stitching, and I was watching, observing. And I thought, I am a great yogi. Now I have conquered body identification for half an hour. After half an hour, again the pain started. That day I discovered this truth. Experience is through the mind, body has nothing to do with it. See? Now, second important thing. If the problem is with the cloth, there is some stain. So, to remove the stain, I don't have to do the japa, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. No. Use a proper stain remover and remove it. If there is a problem in your stomach, you are hungry, then you take food. Because problem is in the stomach, not by chanting. See? Dosha, idli, dosha. No, eat. Because where the problem is there, solution should reach. Now, where is the problem in our life? Problem is in the mind. And what is the problem? Problem is default settings. Mind gets identified with the body and with the prana, and thereafter we start imagining, I am body, I am hungry, I am happy, I am miserable. See? Therefore, anya sadhanebhyaha bodhaha. Now start analyzing and learning from your own experiences of life. This is the ultimate in the spiritual practice. Anya sadhanebhyaha bodhaha, your own experience. Sakshat mokshaika sadhanam. Sakshat, direct, immediate, aparoksha. This alone will lead us to liberation. Meaning what? We will discover we are not bound. See, friends, it is to be very clearly understood. See, all the relations that we have, where are those relations? They are only in the mind. They are not real, they are virtual. Man and husband. Can we separate them from each other? Man you can see, husband you cannot see. See, The more we become aware of this thing, slowly our attachment, our involvement in this relative world will come to a minimum. And how it will be minimum? Our Mahamantra, Karnataka. Whatever we are supposed to do it best. How to do it best? Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. That's it. After the job is over. Drama is over. And by this, slowly we will be able to learn from every experience of life. Therefore, anya sadhanebhyaha bodhaha mokshasya sakshat karanam. See. The other day, somewhere in Mumbai, during Corona time, one of the lady who was coming for the talks, at night at about 1:30, 2 o'clock, her husband was telling, hey, I am not feeling better, let's go to the hospital. By the time they reached hospital, he was over. Naturally, anybody will get miserable. Miserable continued. So crying, I heard only whatever she was telling. There is nothing to talk because there is nobody to receive. One is so much buried in the miseries, not able to receive anything. I said, Mama, you talk to me after maybe few days. And then as the time passed, I said, look here. Now this is an event, an experience given to you by God. Now from this, start learning. Draw a graph. Today you are at the peak of your miseries, 100. As the time passes, the intensity of that misery will slowly go down. Nothing has happened. Things are the same. And then one day you will clearly come to know that we are here to play our role in life. But we get so much involved in that role that we forget we are playing a role. The example which I gave you, the simplest example. Earlier days, ladies were never coming on the stage to act. So the gents is to dress like a woman and act. So that time when he is talking like a woman, he is acting like a woman, that time also he knows he is a man. He is not a woman. Exactly the same way, we all have to play various roles in our life. While playing that role, we should not get so much entangled and rolled up in that role that we forget any other aspect of our life. This is the meaning of Bodha. And this cannot be through any known means of knowledge. The known means of knowledge are the sense organs, the mind and the intellect. See? And once this happens, you will never forget. Like we all have learned swimming or riding a bicycle once in a lifetime. We never forget it. Because it is not learned by the mind. That experience, which is trans-mind experience, is not likely to be forgotten by us. This is the meaning of Bodha. Bodha anya sadhanebhyaha. And once we recognize this, then we will be playing the role in our life and we will be at peace, not because of anything, but in spite of everything. Bodha anya sadhanebhyaha sakshat mokshaika sadhanam. And what is moksha? See, this word moksha has got two things, mo and ksha. Mo means moha, delusion. Ksha means kshaya, destruction. See? What is the moha? Moha is I as a husband is real, I as a wife is real, I as a son is real, I as a father is real. This is moha. But the truth is what? I as a man is real. And then I had to play different roles. See? This has to be very easily understood, not struggling. Like one man, with reference to his father, he is called as son. With reference to wife, he is called as husband. With reference to his son, he is called as father. Has he become three? And who is miserable? The son is miserable, the husband is miserable, the father is miserable. Where are they? Then how to lead life? Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%, that's it. Now tell me, can there be simpler spiritual practice than this? We are not telling you, observe Ekadashi, stand on one leg, do this japa so many million times. No. Just lead your life with understanding. Because the problem is misunderstanding. Misunderstanding can be removed only by right understanding. Wrong notions can be removed without creating new notions. This is the beauty of Vedanta Shastra. In all other paths, there is replacement of the notion. Earlier I was a bhogi, now I am a yogi. Earlier I was eating non-vegetarian, now I eat vegetarian. Earlier I used to go to movie, now I go to temple. The problem is with this I. We have to get rid of this I. And this can happen only by analyzing our own experiences. Therefore we told you, if a person cannot learn from his or her experience of life, even God comes and teaches, he will be a failure. See, Maharaj, normally what happens, average people, they get enchanted and attracted towards some kind of magical things happen in life. See? How simple it is. This is how the human mind is. There was one great Mahatma in Varanasi, and he had the Surya Sadhana, and because of that he has got some powers. He was called as Gandhi Swami, and suppose somebody goes and gives him a flower, and he will say, "Oh, what a lovely rose flower you brought." "No, Swamiji, this is not a rose flower, this is another flower." No, it is a rose flower. See, he will show. And that man will get stunned. "Wow, I have brought marigold and here he is converted into the rose." Naturally, too many people get attracted. And there was a great saint, you may be knowing her name. Her name was Anandamayima. You might have heard the name. So she used to call everybody as father. So she happened to go to him. And then he has organized some big thing to show a real mega show of all these siddhis and powers. So when she went, then he said, "Amma, I will show you." He said, "Wait a minute. Do you think these people are not suffering because of the Maya? You are creating another Maya. What you want to prove? To whom? And what for?" See? Yes, you can create out of air anything. Then what next? Average people get attracted towards this. See, friends, this has nothing to do with the spiritual life. It's so important it is. This is only in Prakriti, in Maya. If you remember, we have studied online during this Corona festival, Yoga Vasishta. In the Yoga Vasishta, there was one story of Leela and Saraswati. And if you remember, the crux of the story is everything is a dream in the dream in the dream in the dream. Like in our dream, there are so many characters: friends, enemies, trees, plants, human beings, good and bad. Everybody is there in our dream. How long they continue to exist? As long as our dream is valid. When we wake out of that dream, have we ever inquired where all those characters have gone? Exactly. We are all the characters in the dream of Brahmaji. And we are fighting. Brahmaji is watching the dream. When he will wake up from his dream, where we will go? See? This has to be very distinctly clear. And the only way is learn from your own experience. Now, second experience, important. Many of us have this notion that I am so much attached to him or her or this or that. It is a big bluff. Attachment is an illusion. Attachment is not real. But we get carried away without, I can't live, I can't live. There was one old couple and man died. Old, 19 out, he died. His wife, crying naturally, she will be crying and crying. Oh, why God you didn't take me? Crying miserable. I can't live without him. I can't live. Oh God, take me away. Then time pass. 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, 3 years, 5 years. And all those youngsters, they were telling, Dadima, that time when Dadaji died, you told you can't live without him. What is your plan? What happened that you can't live without him? He has gone now 2-3 years. Now think again. We are not attached to anything or anybody in life, including our own body. See, friends, what is sleep? Sleep is detachment from body. Upanishad says, Tatra mata amata bhavati, Tatra pita apita bhavati. Bodhaha anya sadhanebhyaha sakshat mokshaika karanam. So when this lady, she was in bondage, without him I cannot live. But as the time passed, she continued because she has recognized that who died is the wife, not the lady. Another example I'll give you. One young girl, maybe about late 30s or early 40s, she came to me, Swamiji, Mummy asked me to ask you. And you know I am divorced. I said, have you come to me with a proposal or what? No, Swamiji, not that. Then there is some function in our house. And that function needs only married girl should be attending the function. Therefore you cannot. I was arguing with my mother. But he didn't die, only we are divorced, he's still alive. I don't understand that. You are not married, so you cannot attend a function. So when I was arguing with her, she said, go and ask Swamiji. So she came, Swamiji, tell me. Now, what reply do you expect? So I told her, I have studied all the 4 Vedas. Nowhere this problem is sorted out after divorce, whether the girl is widow or not. Who died? Did the husband die? Did the wife die? If they died, where are their dead bodies? Come to recognize this. We all have to play various roles in our life. Therefore, Karnataka. Go to Bengaluru. Karnataka. Otherwise, we carry more burden on our head. I am man, I am woman, I am rich, I am poor, I am doctor, I am patient. In addition, I am spiritual. I am very close to that Mahatma. He always asks me. See, friends, that is one of the reasons I do not allow anybody to be close to me beyond limits. Otherwise, again problems start happening there. Inner circle, middle circle, outer circle. If you have to go to the Mahatma, you have to go through the secretary and president. That Mahatma who has got secretary and president, he is a corporator Ananda. Mahatmas cannot have the walls. See, friends, and that is what we think. We are walking spiritual path. No. Not becoming extraordinary. But the real spiritual evolution is when you drop everything extra, including fat. Then we become ordinary. Is it not? Space is so ordinary. Whether it is in a temple or it is in a toilet, no problem. Is it not true? Whether I see the red color or I see the green color, no problem for the eyes. Think. Whether I hear God's name or I hear the horn of the car, no problem. Whether it is a bad smell or a good smell, nose have no problem. See, so the vision is ordinary and red, green, yellow, they are extraordinary. They are special. The Granendriya, nose is ordinary, but good smell, bad smell, special, extraordinary. We are all lost only in this extraordinary. Spiritual life is not becoming extraordinary in life. Remain ordinary. See, friends, this is what is mentioned here. Anya sadhanebhyaha, in comparison to all other means of spiritual evolution, bodhaha, recognize you are non-specific common denominator supporting all the illusions but not getting influenced by any illusory superimposition. That is what is our essential nature. Bhagavad Gita, 13th chapter. Bhagavan says, Idam shariram kaunteya kshetramitya vidhiyate etadyo vettitam prahuhu kshetrajna iti tad vidaha kshetrajnam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. Hey Arjun, the body is the field where the kshetrajna, the knower of the field is called as kshetrajna. But don't mistake that there is one kshetrajna per body. But there is one reality that I am expressing through all the bodies. See? Like each bulb is like the body, and in each bulb there is light. So it appears that they are separate. But what the electricity will say? I am alone expressing through all the bulbs. Exactly the same way. We are that divine self, supporting the son, supporting the husband, supporting the father. This man is ordinary, and the son, the husband and the father, they are extraordinary. This extraordinary fellows suffer in life. See. Therefore, bodhaha anya sadhanebhyaha sakshat mokshasya sadhanam pakasya vanniva jnanam. Like the last touch is when the food is exposed to the fire, then only it becomes cooked and then you can eat. Unless you are a naturopath. Naturopath people go back to the animal life, eating everything raw. Animals have got 4 stomachs. They can manage. We have got only 1 stomach, and that is also having acidity. And there you give only all raw food? No. Therefore, pakasya vanniva jnanam vina mokshona siddhyati. So, what is the meaning of moksha therefore? Mo means moha, kshaya means getting rid of. What is the moha? The moha is I am somebody. And what is the kshaya? What is the removal of this somebody? I am nobody. Now work on this. When we become somebody, thoughts will be non-stop emerging in the mind. If you become a husband, you cannot keep quiet without thinking about the wife. If you are a father, you cannot keep quiet without thinking about your children. If you are a guru, you will become miserable because of the disciples. See, friends, and if you remain as nobody, no reference to think. Mind cannot think without a reference. Somebody has a reference. Mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, neighbor, in-laws, outlaws, reference. With that reference, we become somebody. And that somebody start thinking. So what will be the Sakshat Mokshaika Sadhana? Start playing that nobody. What is the experience of nobody? Nobody cannot think. See? Like I am not a father nor a husband. So if you ask me, Swamiji, please think about a wife. How can I think? You think about the children. I cannot. Because neither I am a husband nor a father. See? Therefore, moksha, this moha, this delusion that we are all carrying. Then the question comes, how to get rid of the delusion? Only one way. Recognition of the delusion as the delusion is the only way to get out of delusion. Delusion is in us. The result of the delusion is outside illusion. See? There is no other way. You may do anything. Kurute Ganga Sagara Gamanam Vrata Paripalanam Athava Dhanam Jnana Vihina Sarvamatena Bhajadina Muktim Janmashatena Bhaja Govindam. Do lot of austerities. See? Agre Vanni Prishte Bhano Ratro Chubuk Samarpita Jano. Do all that torturing. See? It has nothing to do with moksha. Because that moha, earlier I was bad, now I am good. Problem is this I. Unless we get rid of this I, we will suffer in our life. Therefore, and this, how this I is born? I is a non-existing entity. Show the husband separate apart from the man. See? This non-existing entity is becoming miserable. How can you help that? See, my friends, the more we become aware of these things, our life will be as comfortable as the space. North, east, west, south is extraordinary. Space is ordinary. Why the directions are extraordinary? If you have to have the temple, it should face the east, and house should not open to the south. Extraordinary. But is the east or the west and the south, are they something other than the space? See, friends, Moksha is this. Get rid of wrong notions. That's it. And are we not doing it? When small child is sometimes angry with us, I will not, Swami is very bad, I don't like him. Do you think I will take him seriously? No, I know he's just a child. And therefore, we may say, do anything to Mahatmas or to anybody. The Mahatmas don't take it seriously. They know he is intoxicated, keep quiet, it's okay. Like if somebody, a drunkard comes and start talking to us all rubbish, are we going to fight with him? If a dog is barking on us, are we going to compete with him? Oh. No. How the wise people are able to keep cool, because for them we are like that drunkard. We are drenched with the liquor of Maya and we start talking all nonsense and Mahatmas are listening. No, he's a little bit intoxicated. It's okay. See? But if two drunkards come together, it's a great fun. Dekho Maharaj, get rid of the wrong notions. There is no other way. This is all the spiritual practice. Therefore, we must analyze our own experiences and learn. And the conclusion will be, we are supporting all the experiences, but none of the experiences do touch me as a being. Like the colors and forms don't touch the vision. The sounds don't touch the ear. The thoughts do not influence the mind. The waking, dream, deep sleep and samadhi do not touch me, the substratum. Vedaisya sarvai ahameva vedyaha. Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter. Maddaha smriti jnanam apohanancha. I only support waking, dream, deep sleep and samadhi. But I am not influenced by any one of them. This I, aham eva vedyaha, this I is worthy of knowing. All other things are okay in their own place. Continuing further, avirodhitaya karma na vidyam vinivartayet vidya vidyam nihanteva tejas timira sanghavata. Now what is the position of karma? Many people have got this notion, karma all the time. What is karma? Karma is a grandchild of the grandmother known as avidya or ignorance. Avidya, ignorance. What is ignorance? Incomplete knowledge. Incomplete knowledge leads to desire. Desire leads to karma. So karma is the grandchild of the ignorance or avidya. See? The other day, somewhere I had to go. So they told that you have to have this, take the blood sample, this, that and all that. My friend was telling Swamiji, suppose they find out something. I said, nothing will be found out. There is no blood. There is only water inside. No, don't make fun out of it, I am very much tense, suppose something happens. I said, then you suffer. I will be enjoying my life. And we went there and everything was perfect. So I told my doctor friend, I said, I am so sorry. I disappointed you. You are wanting to see something is happening to me, but I am so sorry. I disappointed you. We keep on imagining and suffer. Therefore, avirodhitaya karma. And because of that ignorance or incomplete knowledge, we become excited. And through excitement, we create more mistakes. Because cause is avidya, ignorance, incomplete knowledge. Now what is incomplete knowledge? I am body is not the problem. I am body is not the problem. What is the problem? Only this body I am, that body I am not. Problem begins. See? If something happens to that body, who cares? I become a philosopher. Everybody that is born has to grow and die. But when something little goes wrong with my body, oh God, then I go here and there, I want to run away. So what is the cause of the miseries or samsara? I am body is not the cause. The cause is only this body I am, other body I am not is the cause. One understanding. And because of this, avirodhitaya karma, then we will be all the time involved doing this, doing that. See, friends. So, avirodhitaya karma. Therefore, na avidyam vinivartayet. Therefore, if you get involved too much in karma, forget that you are walking a spiritual path. See, friends. Kathopanishad, Nachiket. He asks, Yamaraj is Guru. Anyatra dharmat, anyatra adharmat, anyatra asmat kruta krutat, anyatra bhutacha bhavyacha, yat tat pashyasi tadvada. Oh Guru Maharaj, tell me something beyond dharma adharma. Dharma adharma is for whom? When you are somebody. See? If you are nobody, no dharma adharma. See? Enough of that. If you do this thing, you will go to hell. If you do this thing, you will go to heaven. Enough of that. In the last life, next life, forget about it. Work on the present life. Therefore, this karma is contrary to the realization. You keep on going, punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. There is no end to it. See? It is here, Sankhya, Yoga, Karma, Jainism, Buddhism, all the religions are buried under this wrong notion that karma is everything. No. Why that is taken so much? Because their foundation is per body there is a soul. Like per shoe there is a soul. In the same manner, per body there is a soul. So when this body dies, that soul gets out. If he is a yogi, the soul will get out from the top. Like a flame without a smoke, blue flame. And then that flame, that jiva, the soul is going in search of, where do I go? Jaun to jaun kahan. And then he comes across a board in the womb of a prospective mother. And the board is 2, T-O, space L-E-T, too late. And this small little I, he enters that space and becomes T-O-I-L-E-T. And this is how we are all toilets. See, in Sanskrit, when the ka suffix is added, ka is not in the Tamilian. Tamilian ka, ka, ga, ga, is same thing. So ka is a suffix added without changing the meaning. Like bala means a child, balaka means a child. Similarly, nara means human being, naraka means human being. They are carrying nothing but garbage inside, nothing else. Whatever you may eat. See how simple things are there. Therefore, avirodhitaya karma. Let us not mistake that doing good is all that. No, don't do good to anybody. Let goodness be your nature. When you do good to somebody, I is born. I have done this thing, I have done that thing. Take one simple rule. Gangaji starts from Gomukh and reaches Ganga Sagar. And on the way, so many towns and cities are benefited by the presence of Ganges. And therefore, people started praising Ganges. Devi Sureshwari Bhagavati Gange. Gangaji heard that, oh, because I am doing so good to everybody, they are worshipping me like the goddess. Okay, now I will stop flowing. I will remain stagnant. So more people will be benefited. When the waters become stagnant, they start rotting. Flowing waters only is fresh water. And how Ganges are able to do that? Because for Ganges, if some people are benefited, it is a byproduct. The destination is Ganga Sagar. And what is Ganga Sagar? Ganga is a feminine word, Sagar is a masculine word, water is a neuter word. In the Ganga Sagar, it is neither the Ganges nor the Sagar, but it is only the water. That is the fulfillment. Every river is born out of the ocean and goes back to the ocean. See, friends. Therefore, if somebody is benefited by us, it is a byproduct. Like we may keep cow in our house or in our compound. For what? We keep the cow for milk. But we do get cow dung and also the gomutra. Is anybody keeping the cow for cow dung and gomutra? No, it's a byproduct. In the same manner, let there be goodness in us, expressed through us. And because of that goodness, if somebody is benefited, it is God's will, not ours. Therefore, avirodhitaya karma. Don't get lost in that. I want to do good to the whole world. The one who created, he is suffering. And you want to do good to the world. Take care of yourself. Na vidya vinivarted. Vidya avidyam nihanti eva. Therefore, if we want to get rid of this relative world, is only by correct understanding about our identity as to who am I at a given period of time in a given situation. Who am I? For that, our mantra is very simple. Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. Now, where are you and me? In the satsanga hall. When? During the satsanga. What should be we? We should be satsangi, seekers. No mother, no father, no husband, no wife, no nothing. By this technique, we learn how to remain always in the present. When we remain in present all the time, we are 100% integrated. But what is our condition? We are disintegrated. A part of us is living in the past. A part of us is trying to solve the non-existing problems of the future. And in the present, one third of it is excited in the present. In short, we are completely tortured personalities. See, friends, come back to the present and see how simple it is. We have no option, my friends. Whether I can live yesterday, whether I can live tomorrow, no option. Then you have to live today and now, compulsory, no option. It is easier that way. See? Therefore, vidya avidyam nihanti eva. With this right understanding only, the wrong notions are removed. Tejas timira sangavat. Like the darkness can be removed by the light. Now another important thing. Many people ask this question, Swamiji, how much time it takes to get realization? One lady in Delhi, after the talk, she asked me this question. Swamiji, don't make fun of me. I said, no, Mama, you are not required to do fun. You are self-sufficient. Tell me. What is the problem? Problem is, tell me how far I am realized. I have understood this question. How far I am realized? I say, stand there, don't move. Then I did a drama. Up to knees. How far I am realized. See? How much time it takes? Does it take 2-3 years? How much time it takes? Here is the answer. If that in a cave which has never seen the sunlight for last 1 million or trillions of years, there you go with your phone and the torch. How much time it will take for the removal of that darkness? It is old darkness, therefore it will take lot of time. It is a fresh darkness, so quickly it will be going. No. Darkness appears, doesn't exist. In the same manner, wrong notions appear, they don't exist. Tejasti mirasangavad. So like the light removes the darkness, it is not a criteria. What is the age of the darkness? Don't worry about it. In the same manner, since how long this ignorance is there, don't worry about it. You know the truth, everything is over. Therefore, like the darkness is removed by the light. Now, light is what here in our example? Light of wisdom. See, we are all suffering in the darkness of wrong notions. These are the 4 things if you remember perfectly well. Wrong notion about ourselves as to who am I. Wrong notion about the world. What is this world? Wrong notion about God. And wrong notion about spiritual practice. See? Karmani chitta shuddhyartham. Aikagrartham upasanam. Karma is for the purification of the mind. Upasana is for training the mind to be focused. Yoga is for disciplining the mind. But the truth is only known by recognizing our own nature. But what happens? We get lost in the karma, or we get lost in the upasana, or we get lost in the yoga, and all wrong notions are intact, maintained with different names and forms. Therefore, recognition of our correct identity, meaning removing the wrong notions. What is the world? Who am I? Who is God? What is the spiritual practice? Unless these 4 things are sorted out clearly, we are leading a spiritual life is a self-deception. See, friends. Therefore, in the 4th verse, the teacher says, Parichinna iva jnanat tannashe sati kevalaha swayam prakashate yatma meghapayem shumaniva. Now you all have studied Bhagavad Gita. Now see, this how we miss, although we are so sincere, but we miss because we are not exposing to the truth as it is required. See? Where Bhagavad Gita was delivered? On the battlefield. Now all that was said by Bhagavan Krishna to Arjuna, is it possible to practice it on the battlefield? Do the yoga, do the japa, study the scriptures, do pranayam. Where? On the battlefield, when both sides are ready with the arrows and things in their hand. Don't disturb, I am in meditation. No. Then what happened in on the battlefield? None of the things what are told in Bhagavad Gita were practiced by Arjuna. Then only one thing, and that was also not told by Bhagavan. Many of us have got this notion that Bhagavan gave knowledge to Arjuna. No, please. Knowledge cannot be spoken of. You cannot talk about the truth. Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasasa. You cannot talk about the self. And therefore, Bhagavan Krishna did not ask Arjun, did you get the knowledge? No. Arjuna also didn't say, yes, I got the knowledge. Then what was the question asked by Bhagavan Krishna to Arjuna? After having gone through 17 chapters treatment, Bhagavan's question was, Kachid eta shrutam partha tvaya ekagrena chetasa kachid ajnana sammoha pranastaste dhananjaya. Hey Arjun, have you heard me properly? Has your delusion gone? He didn't ask, did you get the knowledge? Knowledge cannot be given. You are that knowledge. You don't have to become divine. See? Then Arjuna also confirms, Nashto mohaha smriti labdha tad prasadat maya chuta stitosmi gata sandehaha karishye vachanam tava. O Lord, by your grace, Nashto moha, my delusion is gone. What was the delusion? I am husband, I am father, I am brother, I am father-in-law, I am brother-in-law. All that delusion gone. Nashto moha. Smriti labdha. Now I realize I am a man. And what is the grace of the God? Now in this very life, I must merge in the Absolute. The only purpose of all the spiritual practice is fulfillment of human life is possible only when we are able to be an instrument through which the divine can express in full glory. Don't waste time in, oh God, give your darshan. Don't do that. God has come and gone. God has given me this. Don't get carried away. See? There is a story attributed to Sant Tukaram Maharaj. He was a great devotee of the Lord. And then God sent Riddhi Siddhi to him. And they came, said, we are so and so, and Bhagavan has told us to give you whatever you want. He said, I don't want anything, I'm sorry. No, please don't do like that. If we don't give, we are supposed to give you something. You have to ask. If we don't, then we will be punished by God. Please, for our sake. So being a saint, he said, okay, if you are punished because of me, I will ask you something. Okay? Give that, yes, anything you ask, because we are Riddhi Siddhi. What could that great master say? Now when you go, don't come again. See, friends, all these are temptations on the spiritual path. You tell somebody something, it happens. You will become a big Mahatma, a big Q. Bhagavan Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, this I can never forget in my life. Never take a position of a guru. Remain as a seeker of truth throughout life. The day you become someone great, you are gone. See? The whole samsara will stand around you. Therefore, parichinne iva ajnanat tannashe sati kevalaha. Because of the ajnanat, because of the wrong notion, we have started mistaking ourselves to be mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, man, woman, young, old, rich, poor, Indian, non-Indian. These are because of the wrong notions. When these wrong notions are given up, then tannashe, parichinnata tannashe. The wrong notions will be destroyed. And then sati kevalaha. then you come to discover your divine nature, Kaivalya Dham. What is Kevala? Kevala means where the division on account of time, space and object is invalid. Kevala means where the knower known knowledge Tribhuti dissolves. Kevala means that experience where experiencer is not born. Because experiencer is not born, there cannot be the ego of realization. And therefore, there is nobody realized. Realization without a realized body is the ultimate truth. Parichinna iva ajnana. Because of the wrong notion, we have considered ourselves to be limited by the body, the sense organs, the mind, the intellect and the individuality. Ajnanat. Then tannashe. When wrong notion is gone away, what was the wrong notion Arjuna carried? I am somebody's disciple, I am somebody's grandfather, I am somebody's brother. Naturally, killing the grandfather, killing the guru, killing the brother is a sin. Perfectly right. Nothing wrong in that. But find out on the battlefield, who are you? Now, can there be simpler understanding of Bhagavad Gita than this? Only we have to remain aware all the time. Whatever role we are supposed to play the role perfectly well. But after the role is over, change your costume and come back to the normal. See, such an actor alone is praised in the world, is it not? The actor is so useless, thin, but his delivery of dialogues is so perfect. So he is given the role of Chhatrapati Shivaji. So to make him appear like a king, so they will be putting on paddings here and there and then put on the clothes. So here he looks like Chhatrapati Shivaji. That useless fellow is not even an ordinary pati. Forget about Chhatrapati. But that time he remembers that I am not even a pati, but I have to play the role of the Chhatrapati. Exactly the same way. We all have to play the role. Then, tannashe sati kevalaha. When the wrong notions are gone, then swayam prakashate yatma megha apaye amshumaniva. When the clouds go away, the sun reveals itself. And be attentive, clouds are also seen only in the light of the sun. Then who is covering whom? Clouds are not covering the sun. Clouds are covering our vision. In the same manner, the clouds of wrong notion, they are covering our understanding. Remove that, your own nature will be revealed. Upanishad says, Yamai Vesha Vrunute Tena Labhyaha Tasesha Atma Vivrunate Tanum Swam. The truth reveals itself when wrong notions are removed. Is it not happening in our day-to-day life? In the dream we had some good or a bad dream, and when we come out of the dream, all the problems gone. But when the dream was on, nobody dreams the dream as a dream. It is experienced as solid reality. And imagine in that dream, a Mahatma comes, a dream Mahatma, and tells you, this is a dream. Will we accept it? See, in the same manner, in this waking dream, all our scriptures and Mahatmas are telling us, this is a dream, awake. Awake. When you will lose your money, then you will understand, awake. See, friends, all the spiritual practice is Uttishtata Jagrata Prapya Varanya Bodhata Shurasya Dhara Nishita Durataya Durgam Padastat Kavayo Vadanti. Arise and awaken to your own divine nature. Swayam Prakashate Yatma Meghapaye Amshamaniva. When the clouds disappear, naturally the so-called hidden sun is revealed. Now, how do we understand subjectively? How do we know that the hidden divinity is surfacing? When you are happy. You are making us miserable by telling again and again, be happy, be happy. Continue. You have to decide whether you want to allow the divinity that you are to express, or you want a sympathy from the world. See, friends, when somebody is going through bad times, don't show him sympathy and make him feel more miserable. Bring him out of that. And how do you bring out of? Don't discuss that topic. He already suffers that. You don't have to go and scratch. Arey, how come you are happy? You should be miserable. See? No. All of us have to go through good bad times in our life, including the electric post. Morning time, when these ammas take their doggy, you can't call it as a kutta. It is meant for human beings. That word is reserved for human beings. See? They take the doggy for the morning walk. That time the doggy will not go anywhere. He wants his own pillar. When he sees his pillar, he will be doing the Atmabodha. And after that, he will do the Sahtang Dandavat. And thereafter, Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate. When electric post has this story, what of you and me? Therefore, friends, take the life as it comes and don't become miserable. Never justify that we are miserable. This is the definition of yoga according to Bhagavan Krishna. Tam vidya dukkha sanyoga viyogam yoga sannitam. When the miseries come in our life, refuse to be miserable. That is the practice of yoga. How to do that? Sa nishchena yoktavyaha. Make a firm resolution to yourself that may what happen, refuse to be miserable. Be miserable and make the miseries miserable. Laugh at the miseries. Slowly, your divinity will start surfacing. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.